In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 16, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Philadelphia Phillies versus Atlanta Braves. Philadelphia will be looking to bounce back from a 5-3 loss to Miami when it opens a 3-game series in Atlanta on Friday night. The Phillies were on a 5-game winning streak prior to their loss to Miami on Thursday. Atlanta has lost 4 of its last 5 games, including a series finale in San Francisco on Wednesday. The Phillies are 3-7 in their last 10 road games and 5-1 in their last 6 overall. The Braves are 19-7 in their last 26 games following an off day and 65-28 in their last 93 overall. The over is 6-2-1 in Phillies' last 9 road games. The under is 4-1 in Braves' last 5 overall. The Phillies are 3-8 in the last 11 meetings in Atlanta. Max Fried and Ranger Suarez have been incredible in the second half of the season. While Fried has been consistent for the entire season, Suarez has surged in the second half of the season. The Philadelphia lefty has a 2.86 earned run average and has limited the opponent to a .233 batting average since the All-Star break. Not only has Suarez been surging, but so has the Philadelphia offense in the last 2 weeks. Before Thursday's series finale against the Marlins, the Phillies had won 5 consecutive games and 7 of their last 9. However, their last 3 series have been against the Marlins and Nationals, 2 of the worst teams in the National League in baseball. The Braves had been one of the hottest teams in baseball, but their West Coast trip didn't do them any favors. They went 4-4 and got lucky that the Athletics were on their schedule because they lost back-to-back series to the Mariners and Giants. Fortunately, the Braves had a day off on Thursday to travel back to Atlanta for their homestand. Max Fried will earn the start for the series opener, and following a 2.64 earned run average in the first half, the lefty has posted a 2.16 earned run average in the second half. In just September, Fried has allowed 5 hits and 2 runs with 12 strikeouts in 11 innings, and both of those runs were solo home runs. Atlanta had a poor West Coast trip, but with a day off on Thursday, they have the advantage in the series opener. So the Atlanta Braves money line is our full game side pick. These starting pitching splits should be a huge reason why the under is the better play, as Ranger Suarez is 6-1 with a 2.76 earned run average and a 1.15 WHIP in 13 road games, while Max Fried is with a 2.2 earned run average and a 1.13 WHIP in 16 home games thus far. Looking at the team via BIP should give us a good sign of how these hitters are at finding holes in the shift against them, as the Phillies are 20th in the sport with a .286 team via BIP, while the Braves are currently 4th in the big leagues with a .259 team via BIP in that stretch. The under has hit in 5 of the previous 7 Philadelphia games, with the total set at 8.5, as well as in 4 of the last 5 Braves games. Atlanta has gone under the total in 4 of its last 5 games, while Philadelphia has gone over in 10 of its last 15 contests. I expect the Braves trend to hold firm on Friday night, as Fried has been shutting down opponents for 2 months. He has a sub-2 earned run average since the end of July, and he has been one of the best starting pitchers in the majors this season. Philadelphia has been going over the number due to its strong lineup, but the Phillies are going to struggle on Friday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati Reds versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Cincinnati Reds battle the St. Louis Cardinals in the second of a long 5-game series on Friday night. The Reds will give the nod to Justin Dunn. The Cardinals reply with Jack Flaherty seeking his first win of the season. The Cardinals lead the season series 9-6. The Cardinals are peaking at the right time, and Cincinnati has fallen apart. The Reds have been disappointing all season, but this is the worst baseball they have played all year. These teams are headed in opposite directions. Flaherty has been much better at home for several years, and his 3.6 home earned run average this year shows that this strong trend with him is likely to continue. Justin Dunn has also struggled all year. The right-hander has been hit hard in his last 2 outings against Milwaukee and Chicago. Dunn failed to get out of the 4th inning in either of his last 2 starts. Jack Flaherty doesn't have a ton of innings under his belt this season, but he he's starting to find his form and has allowed just 4 runs in his last 10 innings. The Cardinals have owned the Reds for the most part this season, and they need to use games like this to all but wrap up a division. It's going to take more than one win for me to get behind the Cincinnati Reds, a team that can't string together victories. So the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. Justin Dunn is in bad form, and the right-hander struggled significantly in his last 2 starts against lineups much weaker than the Cards hitters he will see on Friday. Dunn couldn't get out of the 4th inning against the Cubs or Brewers in his last 2 times on the mound, 2 teams that are much weaker offensively than the Cards. St. Louis is hitting well right now as well. Even though Flaherty is pitching better, he isn't shutting teams down. The right-hander Jazz still gave up 3 runs in 5 innings during his last start. The Reds are also very familiar with the right-hander since this is a divisional matchup. Dunn has also not had a quality start in weeks. Cincinnati should contribute to this total. They scored 12 runs in 3 games against the Cardinals in the previous series in late August and 3 runs on Thursday. Jack Flaherty just allowed 3 runs against the Pirates last time out. In addition, the Reds' pitching continues to be exploited, and as mentioned, they will likely be using the bullpen for this game. They had trouble containing the Pirates this week, squandering 23 runs in 4 games, and St. Louis has averaged 5.06 runs against them this year. Also, the Cards have scored 22 runs in their last 5 home games. The over is also 5-2 in the Cards' last 7 games. This should be a higher scoring game, as it will be a scoring barrage. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Yankees versus Milwaukee Brewers. The New York Yankees face the Milwaukee Brewers, with both teams looking to continue their playoff streaks and end their seasons on a high note. The Yankees have an 87-56 record and with a 4-game win streak have rebuilt a strong lead in the American League East Division despite a 23-28 second half record. The Brewers, meanwhile, have a 76-67 record, but with a 7-7 record in September have fallen out of playoff position in the National League. For the upcoming game, the Yankees will turn to Frankie Montas as their starting pitcher, while the Brewers will turn to Adrian Houser, who has only allowed 2 runs in his last 2 starts. New York is 4-0 in their last 4 games and 37-18 in their last 55 game ones of a series. The under is 5-1 in New York's last 6 Friday games. Milwaukee is 6-0 in their last 6 interleague home games and 0-5 in their last 5 Friday games. The under is 5-2 in Milwaukee's last 7 home games. The over is 4-0 in these 2 teams' last 4 head-to-head meetings in Milwaukee. This is going to be a great game between 2 of the better teams in baseball this season. The Brewers are looking to make a push for the playoffs and pull off the upset as home underdogs, but the Yankees enter this game red-hot, winning 8 of their last 10 games and look to control this game from the first inning. The Yankees, who average 4.96 runs per game, should drive in runs at will with Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact and powering the ball against Adrian Houser and the rest of the Brewers pitchers. The Yankees should also limit the Brewers lineup, with Frankie Montas stepping up on the mound and pitching multiple strong innings before handing the ball over to the bullpen with a comfortable lead. The Brewers come into this series a couple of games out of a wild card spot and need to win every series going forward. Milwaukee will turn to Adrian Houser, who has allowed 2 earned runs in his last 13 innings pitched. For the Yankees, Frankie Montas has allowed 8 runs over his last 16.2 innings pitched. Montas hasn't been great for New York this season, but Houser has been pretty bad for the Brewers. The Yankees should have a strong performance on the road to extend their winning streak to 5 games, so the New York Yankees money line is our full game side pick. The Brewers, who average 4.51 runs per game, should drive in runs with Hunter Renfroe, Rowdy Tellez, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact and putting together strong plate appearances against Frankie Montas and the rest of the Brewers pitchers. The Yankees, who have scored 32 runs in their last 4 games, should run up the score with Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, and the rest of the lineup swinging for the fences and crushing the ball against the Brewers pitchers to plate base runners at will. Frankie Montas has had his struggles on the road, where he has a 5.2 earned run average and .259 allowed batting average. Adrian Houser has been great at home this season, but he still has a 4.61 earned run average on the season, and he's allowed 9 hits and 7 earned runs in his last 15.1 innings overall. The Yankees have found their groove offensively lately, and the Brewers are hot offensively this week. Both teams have been led by their lineups, and the upcoming game should reflect that, with both teams driving in runs from the first pitch. I expect some fireworks here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.